On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Episode:
A happening or story that is distinctive in a series of related events, an abrupt short period during which someone suffers from the effects of a physical or mental illness.
Examples:
End of the first episode. Episode of Vertigo. I want to put that episode of my life behind me.
Meantime.
The interval or period of time between two events, the interim or temporary time period between two actions or stages of something else.
Examples:
Meantime report. For the meantime. In the meantime, while we wait for the results, let's start working on the next project.
Replay.
Play something, such as a recording, a piece of music, or a game again.
Examples:
Replay the game. Replay in my mind. He pushed the button and replayed the video again.
Observer.
A person who watches or notices someone or something, but has no active part in it.
Examples:
A shrewd observer. An observer in the region. According to the theory of relativity, time is different for each observer.
.com.
A company or business that primarily operates on the internet or has a web-based presence, particularly during the late 1990s and early 2000s when the internet was a new and rapidly growing industry.
Examples:
Successful.com. .com millionaire. The dot-com boom of the late 1990s changed the landscape of the tech industry forever.
Creative.
Relating to or involving the use of skill and original and unusual ideas to create something.
Examples:
Creative writing. Barren of creative spirit. All the supervisor has to do is assign tasks that make his subordinates more creative.
Podcast.
A radio program made available in digital format that you can download from the internet and play on a computer or music player.
Examples:
Football podcast. Listen to a podcast. Our podcast was the most downloaded in the technology news genre this year.
Belong.
To be the property of someone or something, to be a member or part of a group, to be in the proper or appropriate place.
Examples:
Belong to different species. Belong to a group. All the books in this section belong to the library's rare collection and must be handled carefully.
Courage.
The ability to face danger, difficulty, uncertainty, or pain without being overcome by fear or despair. The quality of being brave or courageous.
Examples:
Mental courage. Inspire courage. It takes a lot of courage to stand up for what you believe is right.
Vulnerable.
Capable of being hurt or influenced physically or mentally.
Examples:
A vulnerable bridge. Vulnerable parts of the body. Infants and pregnant women are particularly vulnerable.
Sham.
Something that is not as good or true as it seems to be and is intended to deceive people. A person who pretends to be something they are not.
Examples:
A sham battle. Turn out to be all sham. The data he prepared was completely sham.
Courageous.
Able to face and deal with danger or fear without flinching.
Examples:
Make a courageous decision. Courageous rescue attempt. He was a courageous soldier who had served his country with honor.
Empathy.
The ability to share another person's feelings or experiences by imagining that person's situation.
Examples:
Full of empathy. Empathy for patients. Empathy is also necessary to understand history.
Breath.
The air that is taken into and expelled from your lungs. The process of taking into and expelling air from your lungs.
Examples:
Hold your breath. Breath of wind. He bated his breath when talking about this affair.
Wilderness.
A large, uncultivated, and sparsely populated area of land, often dense with trees and other vegetation, a region or area that is largely uninhabited, untouched by human development, or not subject to commercial exploitation.
Examples:
Untamed wilderness. Explore the wilderness. The hiker got lost in the wilderness and had to be rescued by search and rescue.
Brand.
A type of product, service, etc., made by a particular company and sold under a specific name, identification mark on the skin of livestock, criminals, etc., made by burning.
Examples:
Create a brand logo. The brand of the new car. There's a new brand of hero in the movies now.
Excite.
To make someone feel suddenly enthusiastic or eager.
Examples:
Excite the crowd. Excite rebellion. The news of her promotion excited her.
Ditto.
Used to indicate that the same thing mentioned previously is true again. In the same way, noun, a symbol that means the same as above or repeat, often used in lists or tables to indicate that a previous item or value should be repeated.
Examples:
Said ditto. Ditto on that. I loved the first book in the series, so I'm hoping the second one will be just as good. Ditto for the third.
Grease.
A thick, oily substance used to lubricate machines, surfaces, or moving parts, fat or oil used in cooking.
Examples:
cooking grease, mechanical grease. The engine wouldn't turn over until we applied grease to the starter.
Conservative.
Holding traditional views and values and opposed to change or innovation.
Examples:
a conservative society. Conservative about production. He always makes a conservative estimation when predicting future sales.
Newtonian.
Relating to Sir Isaac Newton or his laws of motion and universal gravitation.
Examples:
Newtonian physics, Newtonian mechanics. The motion of planets can be described using Newtonian mechanics.
Crush.
To press it firmly, usually with your hands or a tool, so that it becomes flat or smaller.
Examples:
crush coffee beans, crush a revolt. The car was completely crushed in the accident.
Cigarette.
A small cylindrical roll of finely cut tobacco leaves wrapped in paper for smoking.
Examples:
a mild cigarette, a cigarette case. He lit a cigarette and leaned against the wall.
Inappropriate.
Not suitable or proper for a particular situation or occasion.
Examples:
inappropriate behavior, inappropriate content. His comments were wholly inappropriate on such a solemn occasion.
Moral.
Concerned with the principles of what is right and wrong, fairness, honesty, etc.
Examples:
moral hazard, moral burden. Ethics deals with moral conduct.
Marble.
A hard crystalline metamorphic rock that has a pattern of lines going through it and takes a high polish used for sculpture and as building material. A small ball made of stone, especially one used in children's games.
Examples:
marble statues, artificial marble. The floor was made of white and black marble arranged in a checkerboard pattern.
Roll.
To move in a particular direction by turning over and over or from side to side.
Examples:
roll a ball, roll down his cheeks. He was exhausted and rolled into bed as soon as he got home.
Aspire.
To have an ambition or a desire to achieve something, typically something high or great.
Examples:
aspire to greatness, aspire after perfection. She aspired to become a successful businesswoman.
Sparkle.
To emit or reflect bright flashes of light, especially with animation and joy.
Examples:
sparkle like a gem, sparkle from receiving light. The diamond sparkled in the sunlight.
Outspoken.
Frank and candid in speech or expression, not afraid to speak one's mind or voice one's opinions, even if unpopular or controversial.
Examples:
Outspoken critic. Outspoken journalist. She was known for being outspoken and speaking her mind.
Kindergarten.
A school or class for young children, usually between the ages of 4 and 6.
Examples:
Kindergarten class. Kindergarten teacher. The kindergarten students were having a good time playing with toys.
Mandatory.
Required by a rule or law, compulsory.
Examples:
A mandatory clause. Mandatory training. Attendance at the meeting is mandatory for all employees.
Integrate.
To combine one thing with another so that they form a whole or work together. To accept equal participation for members of all races and ethnic groups.
Examples:
Integrate into the existing system. Integrate both businesses. He found that it is difficult to integrate socially.
Judiciary.
Persons who administer or enforce justice.
Examples:
Independence of the judiciary. Member of the judiciary. The judiciary of the case was inexperienced and lacked locally educated attorneys.
Racial.
Of or related to the race, equals classification of humans into groups based on physical traits or social relations.
Examples:
Racial prejudice. Racial and ethnic backgrounds. A minor racial conflict later led to a civil war.
Crafty.
Skilled in deception or trickery, sly or cunning in the ways of achieving a goal.
Examples:
Crafty plan. Crafty manipulation. The crafty fox could outsmart the birds and catch them for his dinner.
Plaid.
A pattern of intersecting horizontal and vertical stripes of different colors and widths, usually in a checkered pattern, and typically seen on textiles like blankets and clothing.
Examples:
Plaid patterned wallpaper. Plaid skirt. He wore a plaid shirt to the picnic, which gave him a rustic look.
Shift.
A slight transition in position, direction, or trend.
Examples:
Doppler shift. Major paradigm shift. Could you help me shift some furniture?
Vivacious.
Lively, energetic, and full of positive spirit or enthusiasm, animated and outgoing in one's behavior and demeanor.
Examples:
Vivacious laughter. Vivacious spirit. She had a vivacious personality that lit up any room she entered.
Cheerleader.
A person who leads cheers and chants at organized sports events, typically wearing a uniform and performing choreographed routines.
Examples:
College cheerleader, cheerleader tryouts. She was the captain of the cheerleader squad in high school.
Proficient.
Having a high level of skill or knowledge in a particular area.
Examples:
Proficient speaker, proficient skill. She is proficient in Spanish and can communicate fluently.
Fluent.
Able to communicate in a specific language smoothly or effectively, or easily.
Examples:
Fluent Chinese. In a fluent tone. She learned 5 languages, but is only fluent in 2 of them.
Aspiring.
Desiring or striving for recognition or advancement, wanting to be successful in life.
Examples:
Aspiring Prime Minister. Have aspiring eyes. He was extremely generous to the aspiring young artist.
Inspire.
To make somebody feel with a desire, confidence, or enthusiasm, especially to do something creative.
Examples:
Inspire a feeling of curiosity. Inspire him to write a novel. The unique style of this martial arts inspired many action film producers.
Cruise.
A voyage on a large ship for pleasure, driving, or traveling at a leisurely pace.
Examples:
The cruise line. Adaptive cruise control. The family took a cruise to the Caribbean for their vacation.
Cowboy.
A man, typically one on horseback, who herds and tends cattle, especially in the western U.S., a person who behaves roughly or recklessly, typically a man, a skilled ranch worker who is adept at many tasks, especially those involving horses and cattle.
Examples:
Cowboy rodeo. Cowboy boots. The cowboy hat she wore added to her rugged and tough look.
Debate.
A formal discussion or argument of opposing viewpoints, often to persuade others to adopt a specific position, a public discussion, often on an issue of current interest, in which participants offer opinions and differing perspectives.
Examples:
Debate topic. Debate competition. The debate over climate change continues to be a hot topic in politics.
Inclusive.
Including much or everything, and especially including stated limits, not excluding any of the people, things, ideas, etc. involved in something.
Examples:
A fully inclusive price. Inclusive education. The university has established a capacity for each nationality as part of its inclusive policy.
Captain.
The leader of a group of people, especially who is in charge of a ship or aircraft.
Examples:
The captain of an opposing team. Captain of industry. The captain ordered the troops to fire.
Discovery.
The act or process of finding information, a place, or an object, or learning about something that was previously not known.
Examples:
A scientific discovery. The great discovery of the century. Her research team made an important discovery.
Upstairs.
On or to an upper or highest floor of a building.
Examples:
Live upstairs. Go upstairs to rest. I heard a noise upstairs.
Mutual.
Common to or shared by two or more parties.
Examples:
Share of a mutual fund. Mutual efforts. They cooperated for their mutual benefit.
Kingdom.
The country ruled by a king or queen.
Examples:
Establish his kingdom. A subordinate kingdom. By remaining neutral, this kingdom continued to exist.
Downstairs.
On or to a lower or ground floor of a building.
Examples:
Creep downstairs. Escort him downstairs. Please get the desk downstairs.
President.
The leader of a republic, for example, the U.S., the person in charge of the organization, such as a company, university, club, etc.
Examples:
President Emeritus. Vice President for Finance. The club president does not have absolute power.
Grade.
A particular level of quality, size, importance, etc.
Examples:
Boys in the 12th grade. Students at all grade levels. Departments may set requirements for a higher grade point average.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Braid.
A complex pattern, design, or plait formed out of 3 or more strands, often used decoratively in hair, clothing, or textiles, threads of silk, cotton, or other material attached to clothes, uniforms, or other things made of cloth, as a decoration.
Examples:
Braid hair. Elastic cord braid. She always wore her hair in a single braid down her back.
Curl.
To form or make something form into a curved or spiral shape. Noun, a round shape formed by a series of concentric circles.
Examples:
Curl around street corners. A curl of smoke. The cat curled into a ball and went to sleep.
Disintegrate.
Break or cause to break into small fragments.
Examples:
Disintegrate in an explosion. Disintegrate over time. The vase disintegrated into pieces when it fell to the ground.
Ballet.
A type of performance dance that tells a dramatic story or expresses an idea with music, but no talking or singing.
Examples:
A ballet enthusiast. Ballet lessons. She is a leading female classical ballet dancer.
Drill.
A tool or machine used for making round holes or driving fasteners, a training or practice.
Examples:
The drill hit the well. Fire drill. Several military drill programs have become popular methods of exercise.
Slightly.
In a small degree or extent, a little.
Examples:
Increase slightly. Slightly alkaline soils. He moved his body slightly to the left.
Cadet.
A young trainee, particularly one who is training to become an officer in the military or a particular profession or organization.
Examples:
Cadet training. Army cadet. He was a cadet at the military academy.
Leather.
A material made from the skin of an animal, typically by tanning, and used for clothing, shoes, furniture, and other items.
Examples:
Enameled leather. Leather boots. The leather jacket was worn in but still comfortable.
Satin.
A smooth fabric made of silk or synthetic fibers and characterized by a glossy or lustrous surface and a dull back.
Examples:
Black satin. Satin sheets. She wore a beautiful satin dress to the party.
Wig.
A head covering made of synthetic or real hair worn for a variety of reasons, including as a fashion accessory, to conceal hair loss or baldness, or as part of a costume.
Examples:
Curly wig. Blonde wig. She decided to wear a pink wig to the costume party.
Flip.
To turn over into a different position quickly, to throw or toss with a light motion.
Examples:
Flip over the pork chop. Flip a coin. He flipped when he heard that he had been accepted into the university.
Amazing.
Extremely surprising, especially in a way that you like or admire.
Examples:
Amazing advances. The most amazing feeling. The golfer recorded an amazing distance.
Brave.
Showing courage or fearlessness in the face of danger, difficulty, or adversity.
Examples:
Brave soldier. Brave decision. The brave firefighter rescued the family from the burning building.
Try out.
A trial or test of something, particularly about sports teams or performers auditioning for a role.
Examples:
Tryout audition. Sports tryout. She practiced for weeks for the cheerleading tryouts, hoping to make the team.
Routine.
A usual or habitual way of doing things, a set sequence of steps, part of a larger computer program.
Examples:
Routine business. A built-in diagnostic routine. She studies gardening on a routine basis.
String.
Long, thin material used for tying things together, composed of several twisted threads.
Examples:
Retie the string and make it strong. Tense piano strings. She wore a string of pearls around her neck.
Shell.
Hard outer covering or case of eggs, nuts, some seeds, and some animals.
Examples:
An egg shell. A mollusk shell. The outermost electron shell determines the chemical properties of an atom.
Tense.
Unable to relax because of being nervous or worried, stretched tight or rigid.
Examples:
Tense atmosphere. Have a tense face. This story makes me tense.
Divorce.
The legal dissolution of a marriage.
Examples:
Divorce settlement. A consensual divorce. The couple decided to get a divorce after many years of marriage.
Alcohol.
A clear liquid that can make people drunk and is used in medicines, cleaning products, etc.
Examples:
Stop drinking alcohol. Diluted alcohol. There is a clear association between alcohol consumption and cognitive decline.
Cusp.
A pointed end, especially the pointed end of a crescent moon or the part of a curve that is most curved.
Examples:
Cusp of change. A single cusp. The project was on the cusp of success and needed a little more funding.
Disaster.
An unexpected event or series of events that cause widespread damage, destruction, or loss of life.
Examples:
Global disaster. Disaster recovery. The disaster response team worked around the clock to aid those affected by the earthquake.
Barricade.
A barrier, often improvised or temporary, used to block passage or protect against danger or attack.
Examples:
barricade fencing, police barricade. The protesters built a barricade to prevent police from entering the area.
Shiny.
Reflecting light and having a bright and smooth surface.
Examples:
shiny surface, shiny object. The shiny new car drew everyone's attention as it drove by.
Preview.
An early look or showing of a movie, book, or other creative work before its official release or presentation, a brief overview or introduction of something.
Examples:
preview screening, trailer preview. We watched a preview of the upcoming movie before it was released in theaters.
Rigorous.
Allowing or demanding no deviation from a standard, extremely careful, thorough, or accurate.
Examples:
rigorous standards. Have rigorous criticism. The way he manages his employees is extremely rigorous.
Starve.
To suffer or die from lack of food, to cause someone or something to suffer or die from lack of food, to deprive something of necessary nourishment or sustenance.
Examples:
starve for a victory. Starve to death. If you don't eat soon, you're going to starve.
Sweat.
The salty liquid that is produced by the glands in the skin, especially when the body is hot or under stress.
Examples:
all in a sweat. Sweat bath. She wiped the sweat off her forehead with a towel.
Gym.
A place equipped for exercise and other physical training.
Examples:
gym membership. A gym suit. She went to the fully equipped gym to work out every day.
Giggle.
To laugh lightly and repeatedly in a silly, nervous, or childlike way.
Examples:
giggle like a child. Giggle uncontrollably. When we saw the animals at the zoo playfully chasing each other, we all started to giggle.
Makeup.
Colored substances used on someone's face to improve or change their appearance.
Examples:
makeup artist. Take the makeup off her face. Her beauty resulted from a good night's sleep rather than makeup.
Collar.
A band of material worn around the neck, typically forming part of a shirt or jacket.
Examples:
collar of a shirt. Collar of a dog. He put on his collar and tie before leaving for work.
Outfit.
A set of clothing worn together, typically for a particular occasion or activity, any cohesive unit such as a company, military, etc.
Examples:
Camping outfit. A construction outfit. I need to buy a new outfit for the wedding I'm attending next weekend.
Leotard.
A tight-fitting garment that covers the torso and sometimes extends to the thighs, typically worn for athletic or dance activities.
Examples:
Zip-front leotard. Ballet leotard. The ballerina wore a pink leotard for her performance.
Trauma.
An emotional wound or shock often has long-lasting effects caused by a highly upsetting or shocking experience.
Examples:
Psychic trauma. Trauma care. Many civilians have suffered trauma as a result of the war.
Pound.
The standard unit of money in the UK, the standard unit of weight equal to 16 ounces.
Examples:
3/4 of a pound. Thousands of pounds. The car's front bumper cost £1,500.
Scream.
To give a loud, high shout suddenly, especially because of fear, anger, excitement, etc., to utter or declare in a very loud voice.
Examples:
Scream a profanity. Scream at him to be quiet. She kept screaming for an ambulance.
Straight.
Extending or moving in one direction without bending or curving, having no deviations.
Examples:
A straight line. Straight for 2 months. He was sick for 5 straight days.
Numerical.
Relating to, expressed, or denoted by a number.
Examples:
3D numerical simulation. The numerical keypad. The numerical value of pi is approximately 3.14.
Grab.
To take hold of something or someone suddenly with a hand, especially in a violent way.
Examples:
Grab an audience. Grab an opportunity. Shall we grab a bite to eat?
Twirl.
To rotate rapidly around a central point, to spin or whirl around in a circular or spiral motion.
Examples:
Twirl a ribbon. Twirl a hula hoop. She twirled her hair absent-mindedly as she listened to the conversation.
Ashamed.
Feeling guilt, embarrassment, or remorse about something because of something you have done.
Examples:
Feel ashamed of him. Cast ashamed eyes. You don't have to be ashamed.
Define.
To state or explain precisely the nature, scope, or meaning of something.
Examples.
Define a word. Define my position. To advance this discussion, we must define success rigorously.
Survive.
To live or exist despite a dangerous event or period.
Examples.
Survive a blizzard. Survive a plane crash. These birds can only survive in temperate climates.
Background.
The details of a person's social heritage, such as family, vocational or educational experience, past information that is essential to understanding a situation or problem.
Examples.
A background color. A criminal background. The company's hiring criteria emphasize personality, not a person's background.
Opposition.
The act of disagreeing or resisting, the state of strong disagreement.
Examples.
Opposition campaign. Meet with opposition. The opposition party strongly disagreed with the government's proposed legislation.
Imperative.
Very important or requiring attention or action.
Examples.
Moral imperative. Imperative need. It is imperative for politicians to be effective communicators.
Miller.
A person who operates a mill equals a plant consisting of one or more buildings with facilities for manufacturing, especially a grain mill.
Examples.
Miller flour. Watermiller. The miller's work was a vital component of the local economy, providing flour to the bakeries and farmers in the area.
Crew.
A group of people who work together, especially on a ship or airplane.
Examples.
The film crew. The crew of a fishing boat. The ship's crew worked hard to repair the damaged sails before the next storm hit.
Spirit.
The part of a person which is the seat of their mind, feelings, and character rather than their physical body, the general atmosphere of a place or situation, and the effect that it has on people.
Examples.
Spirit and the letter of the law. An indomitable spirit. Despite their tragic loss, the family is showing great spirit.
Astound.
To surprise or shock someone with wonder very much.
Examples.
Astound everyone. Astound the viewer. The final result was nothing short of astounding.
Profound.
Extremely great, sensed or experienced very strongly, displaying a high level of knowledge or comprehension.
Examples.
A profound book. The profound depths of the sea. My mother's illness had a profound impact on us all.
Constant.
Happening repeatedly or all the time.
Examples:
A constant wind. A constant temperature. Constant dropping wears away the stone.
Deny.
To state that one refuses to admit the existence or truth of something.
Examples:
Adamantly deny killing. Deny the allegations. He is still denying stealing the money from the cash register.
Supremacy.
The state, condition, or position of being superior to all others in authority, power, or status.
Examples:
A race for supremacy. Supremacy of a country. The empire's military power ensured its supremacy over the neighboring states.
Absolutely.
Without restriction or limitation, completely or utterly.
Examples:
Absolutely against. Absolutely obsessed with the girl. I am absolutely opposed to his idea because of morality.
Planet.
Any of the 9 large celestial bodies that circle in the solar system, any celestial body that revolves around a star.
Examples:
Planet like the Earth. Save the planet. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun.
Resistance.
The act of defending oneself from an aggressor or refusing to accept something.
Examples:
Resistance movement. Resistance to insulin. The bill to increase the consumption tax had passed despite much resistance from the public.
Movement.
A group of people working together to achieve a shared goal, especially a political, social, or artistic one, the process of moving or being moved, physically or figuratively.
Examples:
A circular movement. Movement of troops. The movement of the dancers on stage was graceful and elegant.
Observe.
To watch or notice something carefully, often to gather information or insights, to take note of something or someone, to celebrate or commemorate a special event or occasion.
Examples:
Observe a tradition. Observe wildlife. It is important to observe safety procedures in the workplace to prevent accidents.
Reaction.
A response that reveals a person's feelings or attitude. In chemistry, a process in which one or more substances are changed into others.
Examples:
Chemical reaction. Trigger a reaction. There was a chemical reaction of the lime with the groundwater.
Pretension.
The act of claiming or asserting something, especially without good reason or without evidence, an unfounded or excessive claim or ambition.
Examples:
Pretension to authority. Baseless pretension. His pretensions of being a gourmet were quickly exposed when he could not identify basic herbs and spices.
Cripple.
To cause severe damage or injury that greatly impairs someone's ability to function or move, to weaken or undermine.
Examples:
Cripple economy. Cripple opposition. The injury was severe enough to cripple the athlete's chances of playing again this season.
Ignore.
To intentionally not listen or pay attention to.
Examples:
Ignore her advice. Ignore a ban. Since independence, the area has been completely ignored.
Physically.
In a way related to a person's body or appearance rather than their mind.
Examples:
Physically and mentally. Stay physically fit. Having a physically healthy physique is essential for a great life.
Inflict.
To cause harm, injury, or suffering to someone or something.
Examples:
Inflict a heavier tax. Inflict a hard blow. The storm inflicted significant damage on the town.
Acknowledge.
To accept or admit the existence, reality, or truth of something. To accept that someone or something has a particular authority or quality. To express obligation, thanks, or gratitude for someone's help, commitment, etc.
Examples:
Acknowledge the deed. Acknowledge his help. He never acknowledged his fault.
Keen.
Having or showing quick and eager intelligence or interest.
Examples:
Keen interest. Keen observation. He was keen to learn more about the subject and attended every lecture.
Miracle.
An act or occurrence that is not explicable by natural or scientific laws, and is therefore believed to be caused by God.
Examples:
Miracle person. Economic miracle. The doctors said that her recovery was a miracle.
Wary.
Cautious or distrustful, especially because of a previous bad experience.
Examples:
A wary statesman. Wary of marriage. She was wary of meeting new people because of past experiences.
Culmination.
The peak, highest point or climax of something, especially happening after a long time.
Examples:
The culmination of her ambition. Culmination altitude. Their achievements stand as a culmination of centuries of development.
Strike.
To wallop somebody or something with the hand, fist, or weapon, to have an emotional or cognitive impact upon.
Examples:
Strike up a conversation. Strike a blow. We strike to achieve more wages and safer working conditions.
Primer.
A book or manual giving basic information about a subject, often used as an introduction or means of instruction. A type of paint or other material that is applied to a surface before the final coat of paint or finish is applied.
Examples:
A primer coat. Computer science primer. I need to apply primer to the walls before painting them.
Psychiatry.
The branch of medicine concerned with the study, treatment, and prevention of mental illness.
Examples:
Psychiatry therapy. Biological psychiatry. The field of psychiatry is constantly evolving, with new treatments and approaches being developed all the time.
Recall.
To remember something.
Examples:
Recall the incident. Recall his name. She vividly recalls getting laid off several years ago.
Conscious.
Being aware of and able to respond to what is happening around you.
Examples:
Conscious effort. Conscious of having succeeded. He became conscious that he was being followed.
Trigger.
To make something happen suddenly, to cause something such as a device, machine, etc., to function.
Examples:
Trigger a biochemical response. Trigger inflation. The incident triggered a political controversy.
Helpless.
Unable to take care of oneself or to do things without help.
Examples:
Helpless baby. Helpless victims. I feel so helpless without you.
Initial.
Of or happening at the beginning, noun, the first letter of a word, especially a person's name.
Examples:
Initial velocity. An initial letter. They took the initial step toward reconciliation.
Torch.
A portable device that produces a flame, typically one that is used to light a fire or a candle.
Examples:
The torch of learning. Torch song. She used an electric torch to light her way through the dark cave.
Thereby.
As a result, consequence of a particular action or set of conditions.
Examples:
Thereby obtain data. Thereby improving overall health. The new software will streamline the workflow, thereby increasing productivity.
Heal.
To make a wound or injury to become well again.
Examples:
Heal a broken bone. Heal the hurt mind. It will take time for her mental scars to heal.
Perspective.
A certain attitude towards something, a particular style of thinking about something.
Examples:
A perspective view. Perspective of the battle. His father's death changed his whole perspective on life.
Obvious.
Easy to see, discover, or understand.
Examples:
Obvious reasons. His conclusion was obvious. There are obvious differences between the two wine-producing regions.
Exert.
To put forth effort, to put into action, to bring into play.
Examples:
Exert control. Exert influence. He exerted himself to lift the heavy weight.
Controversy.
A lot of discussion and argument about something, often involving strong feelings of anger or disapproval.
Examples:
Controversy among researchers. Arouse controversy. They entered into controversy with a member of the ruling party.
Bachelor.
An unmarried man, a person who holds an undergraduate degree from a college or university.
Examples:
Bachelor degree. Bachelor party. He decided to enjoy his freedom as a bachelor before settling down.
pH.
A measure of the acidity or alkalinity of a substance on a scale of 0 to 14, with 7 being neutral, lower values indicating greater acidity, and higher values indicating greater alkalinity.
Examples:
pH value of 7. pH scale. The pH level of this soil is too acidic for these types of plants.
Domestic.
Relating to or inside a particular country, not foreign or international.
Examples:
Domestic airline. A domestic animal. GDP stands for gross domestic product.
Violent.
Involving or caused by physical force or aggression against someone or something.
Examples:
Victim of a violent crime. Violent incident. The protesters became violent when the police tried to disperse them.
Assault.
A violent physical attack, the crime of forcing someone to submit to sexual intercourse against their will.
Examples:
Assault aircraft. Victim of sexual assault. We got caught up in an assault case.
Perpetrator.
A person who carries out a harmful or illegal act, particularly one that involves violence or deception.
Examples:
Perpetrator identity. Culprit perpetrator. The police have not yet caught the perpetrator of the crime.
Powerless.
Lacking power, strength, or authority, unable to act or effect change.
Examples:
powerless position, powerless in the organization. During the hurricane, we felt powerless against the winds and rain.
Desperate.
Feeling or showing a lack of hope and a willingness to do anything because of the problematic situation.
Examples:
her desperate screams, desperate attempt. He was desperate when he lost all his money by gambling.
Incredibly.
In a way that is very difficult to believe, exceedingly, or extremely.
Examples:
incredibly cheerful character. Get incredibly insecure. Several cities are experiencing incredibly high unemployment rates.
Hypothesis.
A proposed idea or explanation that is based on a few known facts, but has not yet been proven to be true or accurate.
Examples:
test my hypothesis. A bold hypothesis. This evidence supports the Big Bang hypothesis.
Narrative.
A story or a description of a series of events or process of telling a story.
Examples:
narrative poetry. Personal narrative. The narrative handles multiple plot lines and has unpredictable ends.
Administer.
To oversee and control the operation or arrangement of something.
Examples:
administer justice. Administer the funds. After the accident, 3 governmental bodies administer the company.
Defend.
To protect someone or something from attack, criticism, danger, etc.
Examples:
defend my country. Defend against a threat. International law allows each nation to defend itself when its rights and interests are illegally violated.
Paradigm.
A standard or typical example of something, a pattern or model.
Examples:
major paradigm shift. Cultural paradigm. He postulated a completely different paradigm to explain all these phenomena.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something, to come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Imperfectly.
In a faulty or incomplete way.
Examples:
imperfectly developed. Imperfectly known disease. He created an imperfectly shaped torso.
Revisit.
To go to a place again, especially after a long period.
Examples:
revisit a place. Revisit an old friend. We need to revisit this proposal as soon as the budget is more apparent than before.
Metamorphosis.
A profound or dramatic change in form, structure, or condition, a transformation, the process by which an animal or insect undergoes a physical transformation, such as growth, development, or maturation.
Examples:
Metamorphosis process. Undergo a metamorphosis. The butterfly's metamorphosis from a caterpillar to a winged creature is a wonder of nature.
Negotiate.
To have formal discussions with someone to reach an agreement.
Examples:
Negotiate a settlement. Negotiate the price of the house. We are always happy to negotiate a discount.
External.
Belonging to or situated outside of someone or something.
Examples:
External factors. External commerce. When a company discloses information to the market, an external auditor verifies them.
Intention.
Something you want to do and are going to do.
Examples:
Intention behind his decision. Clear intention. Our CEO's intentions are always transparent and straightforward.
Wade.
To walk through water that is not deep enough to swim in, to struggle or proceed slowly and laboriously through something, such as a difficult situation or a crowd of people.
Examples:
Wade down a street. Wade through paperwork. I had to wade through the knee-deep water to get to the other side of the river.
Stretch.
To make or be capable of making anything longer or broader without hurting or breaking.
Examples:
Stretch along the coast. Stretch a story. Some herds have been observed to stretch hundreds of kilometers.
Grand.
Important and large in size, scope, or extent.
Examples:
A grand meal. Grand this year.
Methodology.
A set of ways or principles of doing, teaching, or studying something.
Examples:
Methodology for optimizing. Research methodology. We are developing a new methodology for assessing marketing measures.
Pact.
A formal agreement between two or more parties.
Examples:
A non-aggression pact. Aviation pact. The two countries made a pact to reduce their carbon emissions.
Physician.
A medical doctor who practices medicine.
Examples:
The advice of the physician. Consult with a physician. She visited the local physician to seek treatment for her persistent headache.
Nurse.
A healthcare professional who is trained to provide care for the sick or injured. Verb, to try to cure by special care or treatment of an illness or injury.
Examples:
Nurse practitioner. A volunteer nurse. The night shift nurse checked my vital signs before administering the medication.
Clergy.
The official leaders of the religious activities, especially of the Christian Church.
Examples:
Clergy abuse. Privilege of clergy. The secular clergy improved the atmosphere of the meeting.
Handle.
To deal with a situation, problem, or strong emotion.
Examples:
Handle a precious object. Handled the incident. We all should learn how to handle stress.
Prognosis.
The likely outcome or course of a disease or illness based on medical analysis and examination of the patient, a forecast or prediction of future events or developments.
Examples:
Prognosis of cancer. Poor prognosis. The doctor gave a positive prognosis for her recovery from the illness.
Stick.
To put something, usually a sharp object, into something, noun, a thin piece of wood or other material.
Examples:
Stick a key in a lock. Fire stick. You stick a bill in the change machine, and the coins pop out.
Priority.
Something that is more important than other things and should be dealt with first.
Examples:
Priority call. Priority seating for elderly. Her priority is to be a mother.
Evolve.
To develop gradually, or to cause the development of something or someone gradually.
Examples:
Evolve. Evolve over the past decade. Eyeless fish evolved in dark caves.
Disagree.
To have or express a different opinion, idea, etc.
Examples:
Disagree about a particular issue. Disagree with a plan. I disagree for reasons already stated above.
Politically.
In a way that relates to the government or public affairs of a nation.
Examples:
Politically advantageous. Become politically savvy. This newspaper is supposed to be politically neutral.
Prescribe.
Of a doctor, to advise and order the use of particular medicine or treatment for someone, especially in writing, to issue commands or orders for something.
Examples:
Prescribe a drug. Prescribe in the preceding paragraph. Federal bankruptcy laws prescribe the reorganization process.
Elect.
To choose someone for a specific position by voting for them, to decide or choose to do something.
Examples:
elect the school board, elect death. Every 5 years, the provincial governors are elected.
Quantitative.
Relating to, measuring, or expressing in terms of quantity, involving numerical or statistical data.
Examples:
quantitative tightening, quantitative analysis. The quantitative research provided statistical evidence to support the hypothesis.
Controversial.
Causing a lot of hot public discussion and dispute.
Examples:
controversial book, controversial policy. The issue of the death penalty is highly controversial.
Academic.
Associated with schools, colleges, and universities, especially studying and thinking, not with practical skills.
Examples:
academic probation, an academic discussion. An excellent historian must possess an academic mentality.
Arena.
A large, flat area, often circular or oval-shaped, designed to showcase theater, musical performances, or sporting events.
Examples:
indoor arena, political arena. The company is planning to build a 20,000-seat arena with a retractable roof.
Dissertation.
A long and formal written treatise or discourse, often presenting research or analysis on a particular subject or topic, in support of a degree or academic qualification.
Examples:
dissertation research, doctoral dissertation. My dissertation topic focuses on the impact of social media on mental health.
Tradition.
A belief, custom, or way of doing something that has been passed down from generation to generation within a group or society.
Examples:
a tradition of a culture, against tradition. It is a tradition in many families to have a big Thanksgiving dinner with all their relatives.
Mention.
To speak or write about something or someone briefly.
Examples:
mention name, mention in a report. I mentioned to him that I had seen his sister at the grocery store earlier that day.
Comfort.
A state of physical ease and freedom from pain or constraint.
Examples:
words of comfort, comfort level. He found comfort in the warm embrace of his loved ones.
Uncertain.
Not being sure of something, not being able to choose.
Examples:
numerous uncertain factors. Take an uncertain attitude. She was uncertain about her friend's intentions.
Emotional.
Relating to people's feelings.
Examples:
Emotional health. Emotional distress. Human emotional responses vary widely depending on the society to which they belong.
Exposure.
The state of being in a particular situation or place where there is no protection from or guarantee to something harmful, the disclosure of something secret.
Examples:
A southern exposure. The exposure of a fraud. The long exposure to the air tarnished the antique tableware.
Conflict.
A strong disagreement, argument, or a violent clash between two opposing groups or individuals.
Examples:
The conflict between good and evil. The long-standing conflict. He and I often had conflicts, not only in personality, but also in ideology.
Apparent.
Able to see or understand easily or clearly.
Examples:
Heir apparent. Apparent contradiction. This star is apparent to the naked eye.
Recognize.
To acknowledge or realize something or someone, to identify, remember, or become aware of something that was previously known or encountered.
Examples:
Recognize talent. Recognize achievement. It's important to recognize your strengths and weaknesses.
Judgment.
The ability to form valuable opinions and make reasonable decisions.
Examples:
An emotional judgment. Deliver a judgment. Her judgments are consistently rational and sensible.
Perfection.
The state or condition of being without any flaws or defects, the highest level of excellence or accomplishment, the act of making something perfect or complete.
Examples:
Absolute perfection. Perfection of beauty. The little girl practiced her ballet routine until she achieved perfection.
Disregard.
To pay no attention to or to ignore someone or something.
Examples:
Disregard for human rights. Disregard the rules. She disregarded all the warnings and proceeded with her dangerous plan.
Attempt.
An act or effort of trying to do something, especially something difficult.
Examples:
The attempt to rescue the hostages. A reckless attempt. The third attempt was far more successful.
Spiritual.
Relating to or affecting the human spirit or soul as opposed to material or physical things.
Examples:
Constant spiritual striving. Spiritual leader. The meditation class was focused on finding inner peace and cultivating a more spiritual connection with the universe.
Awaken.
To stop sleeping or to cause someone to stop sleeping.
Examples:
Awaken at daybreak. Awaken a child. The friend's death awakens them.
Breakdown.
A failure or collapse of a system or organization.
Examples:
A nervous breakdown. Breakdown maintenance. The breakdown of the machinery caused a delay in production.
Refer.
To direct someone's attention, thoughts, or questions to another source or person, to mention, cite, or allude to something as evidence or support.
Examples:
Refer to a book. Refer to a map. Please refer to the instruction manual for further assistance.
Anatomy.
The scientific study that deals with the physical structure of humans, animals, or plants.
Examples:
Animal anatomy. Anatomy of a country's collapse. The professor explained the anatomy of the nervous system.
Derive.
To obtain or receive something from a source.
Examples:
Derive a conclusion. Derive knowledge from books. These English words are derived from Latin.
Exhausted.
Extremely tired.
Examples:
The exhausted food sources. Exhausted parents. The exhausted runner fell to the ground and gasped.
Therapy.
The act of caring for someone through medication, remedial training, etc.
Examples:
Therapy for a patient. Field of gene therapy. I underwent aversion therapy for my addiction to alcohol.
Badge.
A small emblem or token worn as a symbol of belonging or rank, often used by law enforcement or military organizations.
Examples:
Security badge. Badge holder. The police officer flashed his badge to prove his identity.
Cachet.
A mark or emblem that signifies prestige, quality, or value, a seal or stamp used to guarantee the authenticity.
Examples:
Cachet of luxury. Social cachet. The prestigious university had a cachet attracting top students and faculty worldwide.
Exhaustion.
The state of being extremely tired and lacking energy or strength.
Examples:
Exhaustion of energy. Emotional exhaustion. The long work hours were taking a toll on her mental exhaustion.
Symbol.
Something visible that is used to represent something else.
Examples:
Symbol color. Symbol for happiness. The dragon is considered a symbol of bravery.
Desperately.
In a way that shows a lack of hope and a willingness to do anything because of the problematic situation, with great urgency.
Examples:
Desperately anxious. Desperately ill patient. The baby clung desperately to her mother.
Lovable.
Deserving or inspiring love and affection.
Examples:
Lovable personality. A lovable creature. The little puppy was lovable and had a playful personality.
Absence.
The fact or condition of being away from a place where they are typically anticipated to be.
Examples:
Absence from work. A leave of absence. Another critical factor of child poverty is the father's absence.
Suffer.
To experience pain, distress, or hardship, to undergo or endure something painful or unpleasant.
Examples:
Suffer a setback. Suffer bad grades. The older man suffers from arthritis and finds it difficult to move around.
Scarcity.
The state of being in short supply, a small and inadequate amount.
Examples:
Fuel scarcity. Scarcity of capital. Some research says that a relative decline in teacher salaries is causing labor scarcity.
Casualty.
A person who has been killed or injured in a war, accident, or other disasters, a victim.
Examples:
Civilian casualty. Military casualty. Unfortunately, the driver was the only casualty in the car accident.
Validate.
To check or prove that something is true, to make something officially or legally acceptable or approved.
Examples:
Validate a hypothesis. Validate a passport. To validate your purchase, please visit the following link.
Willingness.
The state of being ready or inclined to do something.
Examples:
Willingness to help. Indicate a willingness to change. Her willingness to help others earned her many friends.
Outcome.
The result or effect of an action, event, etc.
Examples:
Improved student outcomes. A desirable outcome. They awaited news of the outcome of the election.
Perception.
A belief, opinion, or image you have based on how you regard, understand, or interpret something, the ability to see, hear, or notice something through the senses.
Examples:
Keen perception. Perception of a stimulus. He is a man admired for the depth of his perception.
Perceive.
To become aware or conscious of something through the senses.
Examples:
perceive a threat, perceive light. Australia is widely perceived as having low levels of corruption.
Flaw.
A fault, mistake, or weakness that causes something not to be perfect.
Examples:
a minor flaw, the flaw in the legislation. Even the slightest design flaw in an aircraft can lead to a fatal accident.
Rejection.
The act of refusing to accept, use, or consider someone or something. In medicine, an immunological response that refuses to accept substances or organisms that are recognized as foreign.
Examples:
transplant rejection, rejection by community. His proposals were met with rejection.
Rev.
A measure of the rate at which an engine or motor rotates, often expressed in revolutions per minute, RPM, verb, to increase the number of rotations per minute.
Examples:
low rev engine, rev up the crowd. He stepped on the gas pedal, and the engine released a loud rev.
Dam.
A wall constructed over a river to block the flow of water, mainly used to generate energy.
Examples:
dam building program, dam collapsing. The break in the dam threatened the valley.
Ultimate.
Furthest or highest in degree or order.
Examples:
the ultimate goal in life, the ultimate luxury. Management must take ultimate responsibility for the accident.
Paradox.
A statement, situation, or person that has two opposite facts or features and therefore seems impossible, is difficult to understand, or is strange.
Examples:
French paradox, the paradox of the heap. There are many theories to explain this paradox.
Immediately.
Now or without delay.
Examples:
immediately recall a product. Write him an answer immediately. A suspension order from the court is effective immediately.
Magnitude.
The extent, level, importance, or amount of something.
Examples:
a star of the first magnitude. The magnitude of the disaster. The magnitude of the earthquake was measured at 7.8 on the Richter scale.
Mythology.
A collection of myths equals traditional stories accepted as history, or the study of myths.
Examples:
tale from mythology. Ancient mythology. He studies Greek and Roman mythology.
Regardless.
Not paying attention or considering something or someone even if the situation is bad or there are difficulties.
Examples:
regardless of the difficulties. Regardless tread. People can pick out superior products regardless of the quality of the advertising.
Whatsoever.
Not at all, no matter what.
Examples.
Whatsoever it be. Without impact whatsoever. He refused to do anything whatsoever to help her.
Trajectory.
The curved path followed by an object moving through space.
Examples.
Career trajectory. A trajectory missile. The company has shown an excellent growth trajectory over the years.
Crazy.
Stupid or not sensible, very angry.
Examples.
Crazy about cars and racing. A crazy scheme. The rain and thunder are crazy today.
Destruction.
The act of causing so much damage to something.
Examples.
Path of destruction. Cyclonic destruction. The extinction of several subspecies has been linked to climate change and habitat destruction.
Bug.
Any tiny insect, a fault or defect in a computer program, system, or machine.
Examples.
Bug bites. Number of bug fixes. I found a stink bug crawling across the ceiling.
Session.
A formal meeting or series of meetings for the execution of a particular group's functions, a period spent doing a particular activity.
Examples.
The morning session. The court session. Parliament is now in session.
Underline.
To draw a line or lines underneath something, typically to emphasize or draw attention to it.
Examples.
Underline the vision. Underline the key points. He underlined the important points in the document.
Eventually.
Finally, particularly after a long time or a lot of struggle, complications, and so on.
Examples.
Eventually become obsolete. Eventually succeed. The corporation eventually dominated the entire tobacco business.
Quotation.
A group of words taken from a text or speech and repeated by someone other than the original author or speaker.
Examples.
Double quotation marks. Take a quotation. He included a quotation from the book in his essay.
Prominently.
In a noticeable or important position, attracting attention or emphasis.
Examples.
Featured prominently. Prominently placed. The name of the company was prominently displayed on the building. Reward. A thing given in acknowledgement of service, hard work, achievement, etc.
Examples:
The reward for good works. Shopping rewards cards. Night fishing has a lot of rewards.
Craw.
The crop or esophagus equals a muscular tube that connects the throat to the stomach of a bird or other animal where food is kept.
Examples:
Stick in my craw. Turkey's craw. The bird's craw was full after it had feasted on various seeds and insects.
Nowhere.
Not in, at, or to any place, not anywhere.
Examples:
Nowhere else to go. Come out of nowhere. I've been thinking all day and getting nowhere.
Crave.
To have a strong desire for something, to long for or want intensely.
Examples:
Crave chocolate. Crave advice from others. She craves success and is always pushing herself to do better.
Stack.
A pile of something arranged or laid one on top of another, a large tall chimney through which combustion gases and smoke can be evacuated.
Examples:
High stack. A large stack of paper. The earthquake caused a stack of lumber to crumble noisily.
Church.
A building or institution dedicated to religious worship or activities, a Christian religious organization or denomination.
Examples:
Church bell. Small church. The church on the corner is hosting a free community meal tonight.
Folk.
People in general, especially those of a particular group or type.
Examples:
Folk art. The folk songs of a particular district. Some seaweed was used as folk medicine in ancient times.
Cuss.
To say offensive words in anger or annoyance.
Examples:
Cuss out an opponent. Cuss at the lousy service. He speaks excessively and occasionally cusses.
Offend.
To cause someone to feel upset, angry, or annoyed.
Examples:
Offend his sensibilities. Offend a customer. His rude comments offended many people at the party.
Faithful.
Loyal, constant, and steadfast in affection or allegiance.
Examples:
Faithful friend. Totally faithful. He remained faithful to his wife throughout their marriage.
Fortune.
A large amount of money or property, chance or luck as an unknown and arbitrary force affecting human affairs.
Examples:
Ill fortune. Bit of good fortune. Capitalism guarantees the right of ownership of personal fortune.
Retreat.
The act of moving back or withdrawing from a position or situation, a period of rest or relaxation away from work or everyday life.
Examples:
Retreat deeper into their territory. Retreat in a mountain region. Many people go on a retreat to recharge and reconnect with themselves.
Innovation.
The creation of a new device or process resulting from study and experimentation.
Examples:
Innovation leader. Cutting-edge innovation. The vegetarian burger was an innovation that quickly spread to the United Kingdom.
Faith.
Complete trust in something or someone's ability or knowledge, a strong belief in religion, divine power, etc.
Examples:
Religious faith. Faith in government. He kept his robust faith in his company.
Corporate.
Of or relating to a large company.
Examples:
Corporate right. Corporate environment. The corporate office has decided to lay off 10% of the workforce.
Holy.
Of or related to a god, divine power, or a particular religion.
Examples:
A holy man. A holy shrine. They gathered to hear the holy teachings of the Guru.
Laptop.
A portable computer that is small enough to be carried around easily and used on your lap.
Examples:
Bring my laptop. Thin and light laptop. I need to finish this report by tonight, so I'll be working on my laptop all day.
Clip.
A small metal or plastic device used for holding an object or objects together or in place, a short part of electronic media, either an audio clip or video clip.
Examples:
Tie clip. Short video clip. He fastened some sheets of paper with a clip.
Pause.
To take a short break from talking or doing something before continuing.
Examples:
Pause a moment. Pause for a reaction. The man paused before opening the door.
Humor.
The quality of being amusing or funny, the liquid parts of the body.
Examples:
Sardonic humor. Vitreous humor. My wife seems to be in ill humor.
Motivate.
To make someone want to do something, especially something that requires tremendous work and effort.
Examples:
Motivate the students. All ability to motivate. The ability to motivate people is a priceless asset.
Authentic.
Known to be real and what people say it is, not a fake or copy.
Examples:
An authentic signature. The sets were meticulously authentic. The stages of the play were meticulously authentic.
Sacred.
Connected with religion or religious purposes, worthy of respect or dedication because of a connection with a god.
Examples:
Sacred music. The halo of a sacred image. This space is a private office sacred to the president.
Stunning.
Causing a strong emotional reaction of admiration, surprise, or shock due to its beauty, rarity, or excellence.
Examples:
Stunning beauty. Stunning disclosure. The stunning sunset took everyone's breath away.
Tattoo.
A form of body modification made by inserting ink, dyes, or pigments, either permanent or temporary, into the skin to form a design.
Examples:
A tattoo artist. A person who has a tattoo. Any activity on the internet will be stored as a digital tattoo for life.
Elusive.
Difficult to find, define, achieve, or remember.
Examples:
An elusive criminal. Track down an elusive fact. The physicist who found the elusive particle won the Nobel Prize.
Exceed.
To surpass or go beyond a limit, expectation, or requirement, to be better or greater than anticipated or desired.
Examples:
Exceed sales targets. Exceed the speed limit. The athlete's performance exceeded all expectations, breaking a world record.
Crisis.
A time of great disagreement, confusion, or danger when problems must be resolved or critical decisions must be taken.
Examples:
Financial crisis. Crisis management. The Chinese word for crisis comprises two characters, one for danger and the other for opportunity.
Disconnect.
To unfasten or disjoin something, especially to break the connection between a supply of gas, water, or electricity and a piece of equipment.
Examples:
Disconnect a plug. Disconnect the water supply. She finally decided to disconnect herself from the company.
Nervous.
Worried and anxious about something, relating to the nerves.
Examples:
Development of the nervous system. Get nervous. He suffers from nervous breakdowns.
Religion.
A deep conviction in a supernatural power that controls human destiny.
Examples:
Religion sociology. Freedom of religion. Their religion strictly prohibits them from drinking or gambling.
Mess.
A state of confusion, dirtiness, or untidiness. Verb, to fail to do something or to make something dirty or untidy.
Examples:
Have a whole mess. Get into a mess. He made a frightful mess in his room.
Dogma.
A belief or set of beliefs that the members of a group accept without being questioned or doubted.
Examples:
Religious dogma. The secret dogma. All members strictly followed the dogma of the organization.
Inextricable.
Unable to be separated or escaped from.
Examples:
An inextricable part of life. Form an inextricable bond. The knot was inextricable, and she had to use scissors to cut it.
Unbreakable.
Impossible to break, damage, or destroy, extremely durable.
Examples:
Unbreakable plastic dinnerware. Unbreakable spirit. The unbreakable bond between the siblings was evident to everyone who saw them together.
Permanent.
Lasting for a long time without essential change.
Examples:
Literature of permanent value. Permanent life insurance. She is searching for a permanent residence.
Vision.
The ability to think about or see the future with imagination and intelligence, the faculty of being able to see.
Examples:
A prodigious vision. Telescopic vision. Driving is difficult for me because of my poor vision.
Noble.
Having or showing excellent personal qualities or high moral principles that people admire.
Examples:
A noble family. Noble gas. He is a noble-minded man.
Discontent.
A feeling of dissatisfaction or unhappiness with a situation or condition, a lack of contentment.
Examples:
Long-simmering discontent. Discontent with the status quo. There is widespread discontent among the workers over the new policies.
Poet.
A person who writes poetry.
Examples:
A court poet. A poet of sorts. She is a talented poet who has been recognized for her work.
Theologian.
An expert or student who studies theology.
Examples:
Swedish theologian. Great theologians. Death gets more than its share of attention from theologians.
Metaphor.
A figure of speech in which an expression is used to refer to something that it does not denote to suggest a similarity.
Examples:
Metaphor for death. Visual metaphor. She expressed her thought in an artful choice of metaphors.
Solitude.
The state of being alone and isolated from others.
Examples:
Live in solitude. Enjoyment of solitude. He sought solitude in the wilderness to escape the distractions of modern life.
Betray.
To reveal or deliver to an enemy by treachery or disloyalty, to reveal something unintentionally.
Examples:
Betray a friend. Betray confidence. He felt betrayed when his best friend revealed their secret to the enemy.
Catapult.
A device used to hurl an object a long distance.
Examples:
Powerful catapult. Catapult mechanism. The army used a catapult to launch large rocks over the castle walls.
Fame.
The condition of being well known and discussed by a large number of people as a result of one's accomplishments, abilities, etc.
Examples:
Leap into fame. His undying fame. Good fame is better than a good face.
Wallpaper.
A decorative paper or fabric that is applied to walls or ceilings to enhance their appearance, a digital image used as a background on a computer screen.
Examples:
Floral wallpaper. Textured wallpaper. I found a retro-inspired wallpaper for my bathroom that matches the vintage sink and bathtub.
Trunk.
The main stem or body of a tree which its branches grow.
Examples:
The trunk of the tree. The trunk of the body. Destructive fungi thrive in moist environments, such as those seen in wounds on the trunk.
Embarrass.
To cause someone to feel awkward, worried, or ashamed.
Examples:
Embarrass political enemy. Embarrass my project. He looked for an opportunity to embarrass that actor in public.
Persevere.
To persist in the course of action, despite opposition or difficulty, to continue with determination despite setbacks, obstacles, or discouragement.
Examples:
Persevere through hardships. Persevere in my goals. Even when faced with challenges, it's important to persevere and never give up.
Otherworldly.
Supernatural, other than worldly, not of this world.
Examples:
Otherworldly experience. Otherworldly creature. The otherworldly landscape was filled with strange, glowing plants.
Frustration.
The feeling of being upset or annoyed as a result of being unable to change or achieve something.
Examples:
Frustration level. Express frustration. He felt a deep frustration as he realized the project would not be completed on time.
Colleague.
One of a group of a coworker, especially in a profession or a business.
Examples.
Collaborate with colleagues. Former colleague. I decided to seek counseling on the advice of my colleague.
Sever.
To break or separate something by cutting, especially suddenly and forcibly.
Examples.
Sever a rope. Sever a positive relationship. He severed a branch from a tree quickly.
Vulgar.
Not having sophistication or good taste, making explicit and offensive references to sex or bodily functions.
Examples.
Vulgar language. Vulgar content. She was offended by his vulgar gesture.
Commerce.
The activity of buying and selling things, especially on a large scale.
Examples.
Interstate commerce. The local chamber of commerce. This company has invested heavily in internet commerce.
Promote.
To encourage or persuade people to like, buy, use, do, or support something, to raise someone to a higher position or rank.
Examples.
Promote a better relationship. Promote bad behavior. The government should do more to promote sustainable agribusiness.
Chart.
A visual display of information such as a diagram, lists of figures, etc., a map designed to assist navigation by air or sea.
Examples.
A weather chart. A statistical chart. This pie chart represents our market share.
Remainder.
The part of something that is left over when the rest has been used or taken.
Examples.
Division with remainder. The remainder of my life. The remainder of the cake was put in the fridge for tomorrow.
Pulp.
A soft and moist mass of fibers or small pieces, typically produced by grinding, crushing, or shredding plant or wood material. A type of paper made from wood or plant pulp, the soft fleshy part of a fruit or vegetable.
Examples.
Pulp fiction. Orange pulp. The recipe called for squeezing the juice out of the fresh pulp and using it in the sauce.
Tolerance.
The willingness to accept or tolerate something, especially something that is different or unpleasant.
Examples.
Religious tolerance. Tolerance for risk. The school's diversity program aimed to promote tolerance and understanding among the students.
Redo.
To do again, usually to correct or improve upon a previous attempt, to renovate or redesign something to make it better or more suitable.
Examples.
Redo a kitchen. Redo a project. I had to redo my entire presentation because the formatting was off.
Paperback.
A book that is bound in paper covers, often a less expensive or more portable alternative to a hardcover book.
Examples:
Paperback edition. Low-priced paperback. I prefer to read paperback books rather than hardcovers because they are lighter and easier to carry.
Feat.
A notable or impressive achievement, especially one that requires great skill or bravery.
Examples:
Intellectual feat. Feat accomplishment. It is an incredible feat to climb Mount Everest, the highest mountain in the world.
Specific.
Clearly defined or particular to a certain thing or situation, distinct, explicit, and precise.
Examples:
Specific instructions. Industry-specific regulations. The scientist conducted a study that provided specific details about the species' behavior.
Cult.
A small religious group, especially one that is not part of a larger religion and that is regarded as outside the norm, followers of an exclusive system of beliefs and practices.
Examples:
Cult members. Cult's practices. The cult leader promised his followers that they would achieve enlightenment if they followed his teachings.
Daring.
Brave and taking risks.
Examples:
Daring escape. Make a daring face. Her choices become increasingly daring and creative.
Greatly.
To an extraordinary extent or degree, very much.
Examples:
Greatly affect the situation. Greatly support that player. They greatly admired our actions.
Formulaic.
Adhering to a prescribed, standard format or structure, often lacking originality or creativity, characterized by the use of standard phrases or clichés.
Examples:
Formulaic writing. Formulaic approach. The sitcom relied on formulaic jokes and predictable punchlines to get laughs.
Wholehearted.
Sincere, genuine, and enthusiastic, with complete devotion or commitment.
Examples:
Wholehearted support. Wholehearted commitment. She put her wholehearted effort into finishing the project on time.
Graduate.
A person who has a first degree from university or college. Verb, to complete the first course of university or college and get a degree.
Examples:
Graduate degree program. Honor graduate. Many employers hire graduate trainees to train as managers.
Differentiate.
To recognize or establish as being distinct, to distinguish between things that are compared, to calculate a derivative.
Examples:
Differentiate between fact and fiction. Differentiate a function. The teacher asked the students to differentiate between the two similar species of birds.
Deserve.
To be worthy of or entitled to something, especially something good or valuable.
Examples:
Deserve respect. Deserve this prize. The employee deserved the promotion for their hard work and dedication.
Synthesize.
To combine a substance to make a more complex product or compound.
Examples:
Synthesize molecules. Synthesize information. The spider has the ability to synthesize multiple different silk proteins.
Essentially.
Relating to the essential features or concepts of anything.
Examples:
Essentially correct. Become essentially same. Essentially, a society is an organism.
Regret.
To feel sad, repentant, or disappointed over something you have done or something you have not been able to do.
Examples:
Regret a decision. Regret being so careless. I regret to say that you did not gain admission to the university.
Cruel.
Feeling or showing pleasure in causing pain or suffering to others.
Examples:
A cruel and unusual punishment. Cruel joke. The dictator was known for his cruel and oppressive regime.
Heartbreak.
A feeling of great sadness or disappointment.
Examples:
Ease her heartbreak. Go through heartbreak. They had experienced the heartbreak of losing 2 children due to premature births.
Miserable.
Very unhappy, uncomfortable, or unpleasant, causing great distress or suffering.
Examples:
Miserable weather. Miserable experience. She felt miserable after her dog passed away.
Criticism.
The act of analyzing, evaluating, or judging something, especially literary or artistic work, to find fault with it or to offer suggestions for improvement, the expression of disapproval or censure.
Examples:
Criticism from the public. Harsh criticism. Constructive criticism is always helpful to help improving one's work.
Profoundly.
To a great or complete degree, deeply.
Examples:
Profoundly insightful. Sleep profoundly. The novel affected her profoundly, causing her to question her beliefs and values.
Scar.
A mark that remains on the skin after a wound has healed.
Examples:
Burn scar. Carry a scar. Even after the wound has healed, a scar remains.
Guarantee.
To promise something will happen formally, especially that certain conditions about a product, service, or transaction would be met.
Examples:
Guarantee a high quality. Guarantee women equality. We cannot guarantee enough raw material sources.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal. A systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective. A method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
Process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Distrust.
A lack of trust or confidence in someone or something.
Examples:
Distrust in politics. Growing distrust. The employee's consistent tardiness and lack of accountability made her coworkers develop distrust in her abilities.
Relation.
The way two persons or groups of people feel and act toward one another.
Examples:
Relation between cause and effect. Relation of inclusion. The industrial relations laws were passed with little to no alteration.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Trustworthy.
Reliable and dependable.
Examples:
Trustworthy ally. Trustworthy source. People tend to believe trustworthy friends with their secrets.
Peanut.
A type of legume that grows underground and is widely cultivated and consumed as a food source.
Examples:
Peanut butter. The seed of a peanut. Some people have severe allergies to peanuts and must avoid them completely.
Acronym.
A word formed from the first letter of each word in a phrase, such as NASA, National Aeronautics and Space Administration, or AIDS, Acquired Immune Deficiency Syndrome.
Examples:
Acronym definition. Use an acronym. Radar is an acronym for radio detection and ranging.
Abrade.
To wear away the surface of something through friction or rubbing, to irritate or scrape the skin or a surface.
Examples:
Abrade the paint off the wall. Abrade the skin. The rough sandpaper will abrade the surface of the wood.
Boundary.
A real or imaginary line that marks the limit or extent of something and separates it from other things or places.
Examples:
Geographical boundary. The boundary between reality and fantasy. He wandered the boundary between life and death by gunfire.
Reliability.
The quality of being able to be trusted or believed in doing what someone desires or requires.
Examples:
Improve reliability. Reliability test. The incident threw questions on her motivations and reliability.
Vault.
A large room or chamber used for storage, often for valuables such as money, documents, or artwork. Verb, to leap or jump over something, to move quickly or suddenly.
Examples:
Vault door. Vault from 5 to 50%. The government vault contains top-secret documents and classified information that only a few individuals can access.
Confidential.
Intended to be kept secret.
Examples:
Confidential information. Strictly confidential data. The confidential documents were only available to authorized personnel.
Integrity.
The quality of being honest and having strong moral principles, the state of being whole and undivided.
Examples:
A person of integrity. Integrity of data. The company's reputation for honesty and integrity is highly valued among its customers.
Generosity.
The fact or quality of being willing to do kind things or give somebody money, gifts, or time freely.
Examples:
Act of generosity. Boundless generosity. He is remembered for his generosity and civilization.
Conversation.
An informal talk between two or more people to exchange their views, ideas, information, etc.
Examples:
Conversation in English. A friendly conversation. Your conversation reflects your thoughts.
Definition.
A concise explanation of the meaning of a word, phrase, or symbol.
Examples:
A precise definition. The definition of a word. Parallel lines are, by definition, lines on the same plane that never cross.
Remarkable.
Worthy of attention because unusual or special.
Examples:
Remarkable achievement. The remarkable breadth of knowledge. The election was a remarkable success for the Whigs.
Accomplishment.
The successful completion of a task or goal, an ability that has been acquired by training.
Examples:
Proud of his accomplishments. The accomplishment of a social goal. Graduating from college was a major accomplishment for her.
Excerpt.
To take a short piece of speech, book, film, etc. from a longer whole. Noun, a short extract from a speech, book, film, etc.
Examples.
Excerpt a passage from a book. Excerpt comments from the news release. Here are excerpts from several recent books on quantum computing.
Pandemic.
An outbreak of a disease that affects many people over a very wide area.
Examples.
Flu pandemic. Global pandemic. They fear a pandemic of a new type of virus.
Visual.
Relating to seeing or sight.
Examples.
Visual navigation. Field of visual arts. The building makes a remarkable visual impact.
Editorial.
Relating to the expression of opinions or interpretations in the media.
Examples.
Gain editorial help. An editorial article. The newspaper published an editorial on the current state of the economy.
Chief.
Most important or primary, noun, a person who is in charge.
Examples.
Chief accountant. Chief events of the year. Mining is a chief source of income for the country.